can you combine a hot fish with? The grapple bow. This is a grapple bow and this is a hot fish, and I might sound crazy, but I'm wondering what happens if you use them together. This is actually some of the most fun I've at any point had in Fortnite. You in a real sense feel like Arachnid Man. I mean, everybody needs to give this one a shot at least previously. The bows are no more. Glad to say fantasy affirmed. Can you stream in the sky with tires? So talk's been circumventing that you could really utilize the new rough terrain tires to suspend, so I attempted it for myself. I developed extremely high, tossed a gas can down and then, at that point, tossed the chunkers on top. However, it didn't seem like it would really work yet. Hello, never say won't ever consider this one affirmed. Would you be able to rocket ride a raptor? Definitely. That is a beautiful striking inquiry, yet I consider all us at any rate have considered this once. Well, think about what I attempted it. I can't lie, it took me like 30 attempts to do. I was very near surrendering, however it was unquestionably awesome. Now I could say for sure the legend is affirmed. Would you be able to utilize chockers to supplant pop tires? Presently a great deal of these legends have ended up to be astounding. However, in ordinary matches a couple are helpful. So can chonkers as a matter of fact supplant pop tires? Bounced in a game, shot out my tires and tossed the chunkers on. What's more, that is correct, it totally replaces them and you get yourself a new arrangement of wheels. Inconceivably, this legend is affirmed. Would raptors be able to fly inside the hot stacks reactors? Okay, so sure you can in a real sense rocket ride a raptor into the skyline. However, there should be their approaches to send them flying, so I restrained up a pack and drove them all the route over to hot stacks at last when I got them to head inside the fireplace. This occurred definitely sort of somewhat of a setback. They simply remain on the purple fluid. Also, overlook it lamentably. Fantasy busted. Would you be able to dispatch Pat Res or a tower watch? The coolest method to analyze at Fortnite has consistently been with the NPC. So imagine a scenario in which you control Raz with a dispatch cushion. Sounds insane, right? No, it really worked. I then, at that point, thought it may be enjoyable to attempt this with a tower monitor and adequately sure they dispatched just like Raz did. The two of them have the equivalent lightweight plane. However, man, it would have been super cool if Raz had like one. For Miss said, consider this fantasy affirmed. Can you lead Aurelia through her own fracture in the event that you visit Aurelia as Lara Croft and take her gold scar? She'll quickly assault you and a fracture will show up right above the poi. So we drove close to it and tossed chockers directly under the tear. Thusly also, it turns out even Aurelia has her own lightweight plane. I certainly wasn't anticipating this one to work yet. It's quite amazing that it does. Fantasy affirmed. Can an employed FEC take on rodents? So in our last missed video we tried to check whether an NPC could 1v1 urine monitor, and they as a matter of fact did it pretty without any problem over at the tower. However, there's another challenger. The ruler of managers, Raz. Would he be able to be crushed by an irregular NPC? It appears the NPCs are sufficiently extreme to fight off tower watches, yet like a ton of us, they're no match. Raz, for what reason is he so fantasy clearly busted? Would you be able to join a shockwave chunkers crash cushion and vehicle? So the new shockwave vehicle stunt has been all finished the internet, but we want to take it to the absolute next level by getting the chunker shockwaves crash pads in a car. Let's see what happens. Oh my god, you go way further than the original trick with this. I mean, this is game breaking and I guess also confirmed, but can you use the shapeshifter emote on Aurelia? Torelli is definitely cool enough to warn her own skin, but the skin isn't out yet, so we eliminated her as Mystique and decided to try the shapeshifter emote, and it's actually awesome that you could use this unreleased skin early. Consider this myth to be confirmed. Can a whole team rotate with one pair of Spire boots? I feel like pretty much everyone forgot about the Spire boots this season, and it's probably because only one person can use them. But this got me thinking, has anyone tried using them and then dropping the boots mid-air to your teammate? And I can't believe this actually worked. You could just keep passing the boots to the next person. A really underrated tip myth confirmed. Can chickens drown in Fortnite? Just The sound of this myth makes me sad, I won't lie. I didn't even want to test this one, but we all know about that Easter egg where you could drown if you're trapped underwater, so we had to see if it was the same with chickens, and so we got. The testing epic actually stops animals from drowning underwater by despawning them once they get stuck. It's such a cool tiny detail, we just gotta thank the chicken heavens because this myth is busted, huh? The chickens are safe people, but can you throw items to a friend using an umbrella? Now in the past we showed off a myth where you could use crash pads to give items to friends, and well, those are vaulted, so we tried it with umbrellas. Oh, I'm trying to catch it, dude. They went so far it's like perfectly accurate too. I was shocked to learn that this one is indeed confirmed. But can you heal tamed animals? If you tame a wolf or a boar and they become your friend, you don't exactly want them to die. Introducing my friend little Pedro over here. We're gonna use you for an experiment, buddy. So we tame Pedro right here, brought him to a campfire, and sure enough it actually started healing him. So then we tried it out on slurp trucks and it does the same thing. Pedro is a really happy guy. Myth confirmed. But can you rocket ride a person holding a chicken? The biggest problem with rocket riding is that you're almost always gonna fall to your death. So can chickens fix this problem? You're so high up, and it turns out it's actually a huge benefit when you're holding a chicken while rocket riding. You won't take any fall damage. Who knew goofing around could actually make us find an insane trick? Myth confirmed. Does the exotic shadow tracker work on animals? Alright, so we got our hands on the exotic shadow tracker and decided to test it on a chicken, and sadly it didn't give any kind of tracking effect in any eye. There did the boar or raptors, although we did shoot a spire guard with it and they were marked with a crown to indicate boss status, which is a pretty cool detail. But animals it just doesn't work, and I don't really know why. So kinda bust it. Can two people grapple bow each? Oh, they're okay, sure. Grappling around with a hop rock is a ton of fun. What happens if you both have a bow and want to grapple each? Oh, well, obviously we tried it, and unfortunately nothing too crazy happens. You kind of just get pulled close to each. Oh, that's about it. I mean, it's cool, don't get me wrong, not too exciting. Regardless, I guess it's still technically confirmed. Does the flare gun work on animals? With the flare gun coming back last week, we rushed to experiment with it before it was vaulted. I mean, most likely it isn't intended to work with Season 6 creatures since it's a more established weapon, right? However, this occurred, better believe it. I was not anticipating that this one should work, particularly after the shadow tracker. However, yes, it really tracks each and every creature. I'm stunned to say this one is affirmed. Does the tracker shroud work on Res or Aurelia? So the tracker's shroud lets you stow away from creatures, however accomplishes it work with managers around the guide? Well, I put it on. What's more, headed toward Aurelia, we're going to feel free to grab up her gold scar, and no doubt she wasn't having it. Quickly assaulted us even while we were wearing the clo. So to make sure we then, at that point, went to Raz and the equivalent thing occurred. Sorry folks, this won't insure you from this present person's rage. It's been busted. Do NPCs kick the bucket to fall harm in the event that you skip them off tires? So in a more seasoned missed video we did a test to check whether NPCs could kick the bucket from fall harm. Furthermore, that wound up being busted, yet in Season 6 you could adjust individuals off the new tires and take out them. So I pondered, could you do similar NPCs a scratch? I mean, I truly thought this one would work. However, oh, it's busted. Be that as it may, would you be able to rocket ride the recycler? We have 5 miss remaining, and in the past we've had the option to shake and ride pretty much anything from corroded jars to, in a real sense, the gauze launcher. So is there any valid reason why you wouldn't have the option to ride a recycler pellet? Music. Also, as you can see, it's conceivable in spite of the fact that it's sort of inconsequential on the grounds that it took such a large number of attempts. You don't go that far, and you additionally take fall harm, not work there today. To make sure you know it's affirmed. And can you combo all versatility things for a super pivot on the off chance that you don't recall chicken has a major nerf and you can't actually fly with them any longer? So we needed to discover a workaround. When around the guide, got 1 chicken hopfish shockwave projectiles and the chonkers, and it was a granulate. I'll tell you that. However, I attempted to cobble all these together and well, it simply didn't work. The shockwave annihilated the tires, and even with all the other things you can't go anyplace. Epic Games truly did a number to The chickens, since we scarcely went flying by any means all that wrongdoing for a legend to be busted in any case. Would you be able to bring a down companion with you at the point when you catch bow so sure catching towards every O? Therewith. The hook bow works, yet it's not really helpful as indicated by the talk. If your companion is down and you have a grappler boat, you can really catch away while conveying them on your back. I mean, we should be genuine. You're staying here thinking there's no way it's true, but no, it actually worked. This is a huge strategy and I'm shocked that it's indeed confirmed. 200 IQ man, but can you use chunkers on booted or broken down cars? So chunkers can literally repair your busted tires, but can you use them on cars that have broken down? I mean, we just had to test this one, so we threw the chunkers on a booty car. Well, they just bounced right back and attacked us. We also tried to use them on broken down cars, it just didn't work. Pay your respects in the comments because this myth is busted. But what you've all been waiting for, our number one myth: can you launch pad animals? We launch Raz Inspire guards in the sky. We punterella into our own secret rift and we literally healed animals with campfires. What we've been building up for can be launch pad animals. First we experimented on chickens, it actually worked, so then we moved on to boars, and that's when things got really interesting. When we decided to bring up our testing a notch, we decided to try launching a raptor, and well, this happened. Why do they just stand there? I don't know why. They're different from the other animals, but I guess you could say this myth is kind of confirmed and busted. You know what, it's confused or bus firm. I really know what to call these other ones. I don't know. Anyways, click on screen right now to check out our next video. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you later.